Hello everyone, MFK here. So if you still recall, in our class I have mentioned about the possibility to get company in or from DH Malaysia. So this is this week publication. Okay, so apart from getting company, the DH Malaysia obviously give us advantage, okay, or give us some insight, okay, on what will happen normally for next week, for the weeks to come, okay, and sometime, okay, minor weeks, okay, from now onwards. So this is the publication for this week. Okay, so let's check what normally I will read. Okay, obviously you have to read the whole thing, okay, but the most important thing, okay, this one, frankly speaking, okay, I like to read about it. It gives some insight, okay, on the stock market in Malaysia or even worldwide. So here the questioning on the strange corporate move by AT systemization, okay, and then here they mention about data prep, okay, downsides or to euphoric run, okay, on the data prep. So something very interesting for you to look. Okay, and then on top of that, this one, okay, is also important as well. The week ahead. So this one here, normally they will tell us what will happen the next week, in next week. So normally some economic variable, okay, that will be released, okay, in Malaysia, in Asia Pacific, in UK, in China, in Hong Kong, and obviously in US. So all the leading market. So here also they will mention about company that we will announce the earnings, okay, or result, and next week will be Danone Technology and Popcorn. And then I believe recently you are also aware people rushed put on all the kedai emas, which is then for Malaysia. I mean that for Bursa Malaysia, Popcorn, Tommy. So this is among the proxy for the gold counter. Then okay. So week ahead, so this one, frankly speaking, something that I would suggest for you to read. This is another section which is important, which is corporate. So this section called corporates. So this is normally where I will do focus on my reading, okay, to get to detect some company, okay, which is possible for us to play or for us to focus. So this one they mentioned about Uzma. So yes, the detail of it, so most of it will be on the FA or fundamental analysis. So normally what I would suggest, okay, next is for you to look into the chart. Okay, so say for example this one is Uzma based on Ekinashi, very nice then. Okay, moving average, blue line is above red, and then this stochastic about to crossover, and then we have second candle in green here. So very nice, and so that's how we do it. So we get company from here, and then later we will look into the our setups, and so it's up to you. For Malaysia, I would prefer, okay, to use this setup than Hekinashi setup. Okay, positional, this one is a bit tricky, so perhaps, okay, you should try to explore, okay, using this time frame, the one that we have discussed in our class. So this is the Uzma, so try to do your own analysis on Uzma. Okay, so now I'm at page 26, DH Malaysia, for what we call that, this one, yeah, 15 March, which is this is weekly publication. So normally it will be next week, but it was released on Saturday, okay, of the prior to the weekend. Okay, so here they have highlight, okay, flat steel companies in the spotlight. Okay, why? Because now everything is positive, vaccines is around, and then inshallah things will be better. Okay, though our old way of life is gone forever, okay, but I believe economic will pick up. Okay, so once it is pick up, then people will start buying, do shopping for the many things, okay, which require the what we call that flat steel. Okay, flat steel is for white goods appliances, okay, mesin basuh, peti ais, okay, so on and so forth. And then even laptop, okay, so that will be the flat steel. They need a flat steel for these kinds of products. And it's talking about construction, nothing pick up yet, okay, and because of the budget 2029 2021, okay, it indicated that there will be huge spends on construction, but as at now it's yet to pick up. So for that one, okay, they will go for the long steel, they call it. Okay, so one more time for you to understand the business economics, okay, and then what does they do. So it's talking about the white goods appliances, laptop, that kinds of thing. They need flat steel, okay, for the what we call that, even for automotive, yeah. And then for the construction, they will go for long steel, okay. So for the flat steel, so this is the possible, that means that these are the player for the flat steel that you may want to start study. So we have Micron Steel, CIC Steel, Yunfuat, Chubi, sorry, Astino, Hyaptech, United, Yuli, Presta Resources, Iron Metal, Leader Steel, and Tashin Holding. Tashin is what we call that East Market Company. So one of the cheapest here, 41 cents. Leon Fat, as far as I'm concerned, it is not non-Sharia compliant, so you please double check on that one. So others are all Sharia compliant. So these are the companies that you may want to start put it into your wish list, and then wait for the right setup, okay, for you to enter into the company. So this one is the thing that I mentioned earlier, okay, about the construction or infrastructure project. So the beneficiaries will be the construction players, or okay, in other words, the Siemens player, okay, because for the construction they need Siemens, okay, for as the raw material. So the beneficiaries will be these two companies. If you look into the Siemens player or Siemens companies, so we have Malaysia and Siemens, Berhad at 246, and then Hume Siemens Industry. So these two companies, you may want to start what we call that, put it into your wish list, and then or start analyze these two companies. This is another section which is interesting for us to read. Capital, they call it, this section. So here they look into the foreign interest, okay, how to attract the foreign interest back to local equities, because we have seen the what we call that cash outflow, okay, because we need the foreign fund, okay, because it will provide the liquidity to the market, which is better. You see here, it is not very encouraging, okay, for us if you're talking about the capital from the foreign interest, okay. So hopefully they will make comeback, okay, because it will provide extra liquidity. So when the market is liquid, so it is good for us, so that will be more interesting, okay, more assignment in the stock market, okay. So capital, try to look into it. So another section which is good for us to look into as well is the broker digest. This one is under capital brokers digest. So this is some of the research that has been conducted by investment banks or stock brokerage. Okay, so here they propose, let's check, yeah. So we have here from UOB proposed the PPB. So this is the company that own Golden Screen Cinemas, okay, but you can see then 21 ringgit, quite expensive. What we call that, and then buy for this one. So Uchi Technologies add, Hector Global outperform, and then Fevco, susah nak sebut. Fevco, something like that. So 226, okay, this one is by MIDF. So perhaps you may want to look into the chart, okay, for your what we call that potential, okay, or wish list, okay, for weeks to come. And so that's how I do it in terms of how do I get company from the DH then. Okay, not everything that you have to buy. Okay, but the thing is, since they are being covered, so let's check on their what we call that performance. We should put it into our wish list then. Okay, so say for example here I have made a wish list. This one is the Unite from the Edge. Okay, this one I put flat steel. So easy. Okay, sorry, I go for the Ashi because I prefer playing Ashi. So for you, you decide, okay, which one that you prefer. So I have put I have created the wish list, sorry, as what we have discussed in the class. Okay, so you can arrange according to price here, okay, or you want to arrange according to alphabet is also possible. Okay, I would prefer to arrange it based on the price. Okay, so then you start do the analysis then. Okay, so here this is the warrant for Yaptech. Okay, quite good about crossover, about to crossover. Okay, so this is when we want to do trading from from tomorrow up until Friday, then perhaps you try to look into it. Micron, based on our setup, it's not ready yet. Tashin, okay, Tashin, let's wait for a while. Come on, Tashin, okay, tak keluar. Okay, you see Tashin. Oh, sorry, this one is Uzma. Okay, Tashin. Uzma is very nice based on the Kinachi setup. Okay, you see Tashin also good. Okay, the golden crossover happens here. Okay, Hyaptech, wow, very nice. And but be careful, yeah. Okay, about exit our upper band for the stochastic. Okay, LS Steel, not for me, not very interesting. Micron, yeah, Micron good. Okay, so E metal. Okay, not okay lah, but the MA is pointing down, not very encouraging. Estino, yes, okay, nice Estino. Okay, so then you see United, though it is okay, the Pierce is okay, but not for the United really. Okay, Presta, you see, very nice Presta. Okay, the price is about 104. Okay, not bad. CS still, you'll see that very nice then. Okay, so what I'm saying, okay, chubby, not really. Okay, so what I'm saying is when we get the company here, okay, just now, okay, for the steel is page 36 if I'm mistaken. Okay, we got the company here. So next, what should you do? Look into the trading view, okay, and then start do your analysis. Which part to use, it depends on your trading style. You can use Ashi for the investor play, okay, and then for the positional play, you can use the moving average setup that we have shared earlier. So I hope it will assist you a little bit, okay, on how to get benefits, how do we reap benefits from the edge. Okay, the best is for you to subscribe, okay, or alternatively you try to find a way, okay, how for you to get the access to the edge. So that's how I use the edge, okay, to get company for us to consider. Normally, especially for next week, then when we are having another week, so then we have to look again, okay, on what would be the possible company for us to play for the following weeks. And so with that, I thank you.